Greetings, Earthlings of the galaxy internets. I'm your host, Fanboy19, the one and only Fanboy. And I'm here with my best friend, Hal. Say hey, Hal.
Hey, doesn't your name imply that there were 18 fanboys before you?
Geez, Hal. In every awesome action adventure, there are bound to be imitators.
Imitators before?
Well, then, detractors.
Don't they come after?
Shut it, Hal. Or I'm going to do a Senator or Gamma on your memory modules. You saw the end of episode 3. And now, it's time for our celebrity segment. Spin that IMDb database, Hal, and tell me who comes up.
George.
Lucas?
No, George.
C. Scott of The Exorcist 3?
No, George Clooney.
Clooney. What a faker. In one important and or significant and or decent movie he's done in the last 10 years.
Good night and good luck.
Never heard of it.
Syriana.
Can't recall.
What about Solaris?
That movie was awesome. He kissed a dead girl in space. Everything's better in space.
What about Batman and Robin?
Do I take umbrage with the casting of Chris O'Donnell, a relative unknown, in the pivotal role of Robin, even though another relative unknown sent in his very good audition VHS tape? I must admit that I identify with Clooney in that movie. I too have a certain je ne sais hoo-ha with the ladies.
What ladies?
The cafeteria ladies to begin with, Hal. You think they give everybody extra raisins? And you know what? My World of Warcraft character is a lady elf, and she's a level 23.
I stand corrected.
That's right. And now, I must say a few words about the Spider-Man 3 backlash. Though I was up all night the night before, waiting for fifth row center naturally, I thought that S3 was awesome. That movie kicked ass, like Obi-Wan Kenobi kicked the ass of that Aqualeash in the cantina scene in episode 4. S3 spun a web all right. A web of awesome! To all of you naysayers who say nay to S3, I say that your hearts are full of darkness, and you are encased in evil. Just like Eddie Brock was encased in the symbiote venom. Maybe you should be surrounded with the vibrating poles and then exploded with the pumpkin bomb. Ever think of that? What's the red alert for, Hal?
You wanted to know when the digitally remastered Star Trek episode started?
Oh, what do you mean? I mean, I'm not a Star Trek fan. I mean, sure, I watched TOS when I was a kid, like everybody. And I've been to a couple conventions, like everybody, but I never went in full costume. Do you know how much they wanted for those boots? And you know what? I only bought the first 2 DVDs of Deep Space Nine, but that's all the Star Trek I've seen. Except the movies. And the animated series. And Enterprise, but only the episodes that had Scott Bakula in them.
Wasn't he in every episode of Enterprise?
Who's the Trekker now, Hal? Anyway, I guess that's all we have time for today. Why don't you log in next episode when our beginning topic is Grand Moff Tarkin, hot or not? How many minutes have we missed, Hal?
You have missed the first 2 minutes.
Oh, Harcourt. I'm Fanboy.